I decided to swatch all of my gouache tubes from Arteza as well as the watercolors in tubes from Arteza. I have both in 60 set, and I have to say that was a lot of swatching, and opening those tubes, sometimes it was really hard because when you do not use the color for some time, the cap gets so stuck on it that you have to turn so hard and multiple times before you finally open it. And what happens then is that a lot of small crumbles of color fall all over the place. So be careful about that. If you do have these colors and you have left them aside for some time now, you did not use them, when you open them, just be careful not to spill everything everywhere, because yeah, they do dry out, like not inside they are still okay, but on top of the cap and all around there are so many crumbles that is really annoying. Well, as I said, I swatched and am swatching these gouache colors, and the gouache is going to be on the left side. Everything what you see later on the right side is going to be watercolor. I will talk about them more later. I think maybe around minute 15, I'm not so sure. So if you do not want to watch this, you can just skip to that part. So I will talk about the differences which I saw or which I did not see between the watercolors and gouache from Arteza. So I did not have any problems wetting these ones after I finished all these dots, so that was not a problem. But I did notice, like I think 2 hours later already, these dots that remained on the paper, they started cracking and crumbling. So unfortunately, these colors are not really made to be left outside in air, except if you do your own mixes and use honey or glycerin to make the pens. So in that way you can prevent them from cracking. But otherwise, if you do leave them on your palette and you think maybe in a couple of days you will be able to use that for another drawing, well, that will probably not be possible because they crumble so hard. It's like once I opened my palette and everything just like fell out in thousands of pieces. Yeah, so okay, I'm just gonna stop talking now and let's take a look at the swatches. I did the swatch of all of my Arteza gouache colors, and I have a 60 set, and I also have Arteza Watercolors 60 set. So I wanted to see how the colors look like from the gouache and from the watercolor set, and to see if there are some similar or even the same colors. So on this list, what you can see is here on the left side are all gouache Arteza colors. Also here, I did not have enough space to put the last ones. I did lose one of them. It was ultramarine. I have no idea where it went. It must be somewhere in the house, but that one is missing. And on the right side, you see the colors which are in the watercolor set with the same name. So that was what I was comparing. So if I have, for example, pale yellow in one set, I took the pale yellow from the other set. Or there was green. What was that? Olive green. I think it was this one or this one. I'm not sure now which one of them. But if I had olive green in one, I took the olive green also from the other one. There was one color, and that actually I already mentioned. It's this one. And that is the pale yellow. And as you can see, there is a lot of difference between the gouache and the watercolor. There was also a little bit bigger difference in the name. So once the color is called pale yellow, and the other time it is called yellow pale. So it could be that it's not the same color. All the other times the colors were the same. Like this is, I think it was sky blue and sky blue. What I was a little bit surprised was that these gouache colors were not so opaque on the black paper. And if you compare the gouache colors with the watercolors on the black paper, there is actually also almost no difference. So these two look almost the same to me. In the case of this red, I actually find the watercolor one even more opaque than the gouache one. The other ones, they look identical, I would say, but there is a minor difference if you look the white paper. So when you look at the white paper, you can see that the gouache colors are a little bit more opaque, more darker. Like even here in this green. Also, if you look at this one, you can notice that this one is more darker. But there is one color that stands out and does not fit into this, what I just said, and that is this one, because here the watercolor is much more opaque than the gouache one. So, but more or less, if you look at the colors, for example, these two, they are identical. So this gouache color is really not more opaque than the watercolor. And these are the other colors which I did not put on that list. I had no space. And here you can see a little bit of difference. For example, the black gouache is really black and it is really nice, opaque. While with the color you can see that it is, with the watercolor you can see that it is more watercolor. And here this blue one, this one is more opaque, the gouache. This one actually looks quite different. I think I'm actually sure I took the same one. It is quite different. And this one also seems to be a little bit more opaque. So I would say that there is really not so much difference in the colors when you compare the same ones. But what you can see is that with the gouache set you get some different colors. You get more of these pale and pearl colors. So there are some shiny colors in these sets. For example, this one was copper, if I remember right. Then you have like pearl pink. I'm not sure if you can see here that it actually has some shine inside. Maybe this one, it is like I think it was the bubblegum pink, but it is the with this one, it is the bubblegum pink, if I remember right, and it has some metallic shine. Also, this one here, I think with this one it is visible. And here we have the gold, which is actually quite nice, also on the black paper. Then we have the bronze, also a nice color here. I also like this one, and I have to say that these pearl colors are more opaque than the normal colors on the black paper. This one also. So these colors are the additional ones. So what do we have in the watercolor set if we have here these pearl colors? Well, this here is a set of colors which are in the watercolor set but are not in the gouache set. So let me zoom in. So these are the colors. There are some nice colors here which you have in this set. Especially this one, this mint green, I like it a lot. But there is one thing that I noticed is, for example, you see this pearl color here. It actually would fit to this one. It's just as this one is a pearl color. And also this pink here is almost the same as this one. But then we have this bubblegum pink, which is a pearl here, and here it's a normal color. Then I think this green one, this one here, could be this one. Yeah, so as you can see, I think actually these two look quite the same, but they have different names, but they actually look identical when I look at them now. I think the only color which I'm not seeing here is this one. It is a really nice color. So this one you get in the watercolor set, but you do not get it in the gouache set. So yeah, these 17 colors are additional colors which you get in the watercolor set. Yeah, so I hope this is helpful a little bit if you were ever wondering which colors you get in which set, and if you buy one, are you going to get the doubles. So I hope this can help you to see which colors are in which set and how the opacity of them is. For me, from what I see now, there is really, on the black paper, there is no difference in the opacity of these colors, only just some minor difference on the white paper. That is something that I can see, that the gouache is more opaque. And yeah, with the gouache set you get these shiny colors, but on the other side with the watercolors you get almost the same colors but not shiny ones. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.